We are ready to rock. Okay, good evening and welcome to yet another First Arts auction that we're hosting this evening. It's a pleasure to see a large crowd here today. Thank you so much for attending. We would first like to wish everyone at First Arts a wonderful congratulations and good luck at the sale this evening. Ingo, Nadine, Mark, Pat, and Ashley. It looks like you have yet again proven yourselves as the leaders in the Inuit art auction industry, and you have put together two exceptional catalogs and have put together a wonderful offering. Yes, so tonight the auction is running live in our gallery. It's also running over the telephones and online through two auction platforms, Live Auctioneers and HiBid. So if you are bidding online and watching the live stream, remember that there is a 5-second delay, so please bid accordingly and be aware of that. There are two-tiered premiums that are associated with the auction. Live Auctioneers is slightly higher than in the room, and telephone or advanced or live bidding, which is at 20%. Well, we've got a big auction tonight, 173 lots, so I would love to keep the momentum going if you could work with me on that. Let's see what we can do. With regards to pickups, we are here to help facilitate pickups, ideally not tonight, I imagine. Tomorrow would be best. You can just call in either to the A.H. Wilkins phone number or to the First Arts phone number, and we would be happy to facilitate payment and pickups for you. If you are shipping, we do have recommended shippers on our websites, and you can contact them and work with them to get your necessary quotes. So with that, let's begin with lot number 1, which is the Nive AI, and this is the first of 77 masterworks that are, again, the second part of the John and Joyce Price Collection. So a wonderful part 2 collection with some really exceptional pieces within the sale. So the first work here is this bear, and Andrew's bidding at $2,000 I have online, and I have $2,200 now and looking for $2,400. I have $2,200 bid, asking $24. I have $2,200 bid. Ingo, are you in at 24? I've got $2,200 at the desk looking for 24. Are we through then at 24 in time last minute and asking $2,600 now? I have $2,400 bid now against the online bidders and phone bidder, holding then at $2,400, and I can call. Fair warning. Oh no, we just got a connection here with Ingo, it sounds like. We're holding them at $2,400. That's your bid. Congratulations at $2,400, and the paddle is 509. There we are, and we're underway to lot number 2, which is the early Kenojuak carving of the 5 Canadian geese. There they are. And we'll start the bidding here at $2,200, if I may. Asking $2,200 on this lot. At $2,200 asking on this, Andrew's got a bid now at $2,200 and asking $2,400 now. I have $2,200 bid online and asking $2,400. Meg's on the telephone now at $2,400 and asking $2,600. $2,600 now online on the digital sale room and looking for $2,800. I have $2,600 online, $2,800 is now on the telephone and asking $3,000 if I may. Meg and I are holding at $2,800 and asking $3,000 now. At $2,800 bid asking $3,000, I'm calling fair warning. $3,000 is now online and asking $3,200. I have $3,000 bid asking $3,200 now. Meg's now in at $3,200 and asking $3,400. I've got Meg holding on the telephone at $3,200 asking $3,400 now. At $3,200, I'm calling fair warning to Meg's phone order at $3,200 and selling then at $3,200. Sold then at $3,200. I'm going to be asleep if you keep going any lower. And that's paddle 2016. And lot number 3 is this wee tudlik and it's the owl, mini owls in the auction this evening. And we'll start the bidding here at $2,000 I have, and I have $2,200 now and looking for $2,400. I have $2,200 and $2,400 is bid now and looking for $26. I have $2,400 online asking $2,600 now. $26 I have now with Parisa and asking $2,800 now I have with Andrew and looking for $3,000. I have Andrew holding $3,000 I have now with Parisa's bidder and asking $3,200. Online I have $32 and asking $34. I have $3,200 with Andrew's bidder asking $34. Parisa's in at $3,400 and asking $36. Andrew's bidding at $36 and looking for $38. Andrew's online bid is holding at $3,600 and asking $3,800. Bids now online at $3,800 and asking $4,000. I have $3,800 with Parisa's order bid asking $4,000 now. I'm calling fair warning at $3,800 with Parisa's bidder and selling with Parisa's bid at $3,800. That's sold then at $3,800 and 7020 is the paddle. And carrying on to lot number 4, and this is a really wonderful early work, a late 40s to early 50s attribution with a standing mother and child as illustrated right behind me. And we'll start the bidding here at $1,500 if I may. $1,500 asking on this. At $1,500 asking, was there any interest at $1,500 on this wonderful early work at $1,500? With fair warning at $1,500. Next lot then is lot number 5. And we'll start the bidding on lot number 5, which is the Kenojuak, and it is the loon, a nice 70s work, and we'll start the bidding here at $1,800 if I may. $1,800 on the loon carving if there's interest at 18. At $1,800 if I may at 18, with fair warning at $1,800. And we'll pass that at $1,800. And lot number 6 is a classic Andy Mickey work as illustrated behind me. We'll start the Mickey work at $2,200. $2,200 on the Mickey work. Is there interest at $2,200? At $2,200, may I say, $2,200 on the work. Below estimate here at $2,200. Thank you. I've got a bid at $2,200 now and asking $24. I have $2,200 on the floor now asking $24 with fair warning at $2,200 and selling at $22. Bid then at $2,200 to paddle 509. And lot number 7 is the Eva Tui. This is another mother and child with the beadwork as seen here. And we'll start the bidding here at $1,800 if I may. I've got 18 bid with Parisa, $1,900 now I have online and looking for $2,000. I have $1,900 bid and asking $2,000 now. At $1,900, $2,000 now I have with Danica and asking $22. Against online platforms holding at $2,000, asking $2,200 now. At $2,000 bid with Danica's phone order, asking $22 now. I'm calling fair warning and selling to the phone order at $2,000. That's sold then at $2,000 and the paddle is 2017. And carrying on to lot number 8, and that is the Kenojuak Ashevak, and this is an unusual small format piece of the figure and the kudluk. And we'll start the bidding here at $4,000 if I may. $4,000 on this charming little work if there's interest at $4,000. At $4,000 asking now, may I say $4,000. At $4,000 on this piece, I have $4,000 bid, thank you. And $4,200 I have in my book, and I'm asking $44 if I may. $44 is bid. I have $46, $48, and it's yours at $5,000. $5,000, thank you, and asking $55 now. I have $5,000 in the room now, asking $55. I'm selling then at $5,000 to your bid then, sir, at $5,000. Well bought then at $5,000, and the paddle is 503. And carrying on to lot number 9 is the Nive AI, this wonderful and large standing figure here. And we'll start the bidding at $7,000 now. $7,000 I have and asking $7,500. I have $7,000 bid now and looking for $7,500. At $7,000 bid, asking $7,500 now, are we through then at the desk at $7,000? With fair warning, are we all through then at $7,000? And that's to the desk then at $7,000. And lot number 9 is this Arctic Quebec work of the woman holding a swaddled infant. There we are. And we'll start, what am I at? Lot number 10. There we are. Lot number 10, thank you. And we'll start the bidding here at $5,000, if I may. $5,000 asking, if I may, at $5,000. At $5,000 to go, and may I say $5,000? At $5,000 to start the lot off, is there interest at $5,000? With fair warning at $5,000. And we'll pass that then at $5,000. And carrying on to lot number 11, which is this classic and most famous work by Kenojuak Ashevak, and it's the red-tailed owl, a wonderful stone cut. Very few examples exist and rarely to come up at auction, and we'll start the bidding here at $120,000. $120,000 asking. I have $120,000 now and looking for $130,000. I have $120,000 asking $130,000 now. I have $130,000 now and looking for $140,000. I have $130,000 now asking $140,000 if I may. At $130,000 looking for $140,000, are we through then at $130,000 with fair warning at $130,000? $140,000 I have now with Parisa. Well done. I have $140,000 with Parisa's bidder and looking for $150,000 back to you. I have $140,000 bid now, asking $150,000. At $140,000 is bid now, asking for $150,000. I'm going to call fair warning then with Parisa's bidder at $140,000 with fair warning and selling then at $140,000. That's sold then at $140,000 to you, Parisa. 7028. Thank you. And the Annie is next. This is lot 12, and this is the first of 2 works, and this is the interior scene in the auction tonight. And we'll start the bidding here at $7,000, if I may. $7,000 asking on this. I've got Andrew now in at $7,000. I have $7,500 now and looking for $8,000, if I may. I have $7,500 bid now and asking $8,000. At $7,500 bid asking $8,000 now. $8,000 I have with back in with Andrew and looking for $8,500. I have $8,000 bid now asking $8,500. I'm looking to you, Nadine, if you'd like. I'm holding then with Andrew's bid at $8,000 with fair warning at $8,000, and I'm selling then at $8,000. That's your bid then, Andrew, at $8,000, and your paddle now is $3,000. And carrying on to lot 13 is the Shuen Ashuna. And this is the ink on paper of the shelter. And again, this is the first of 2 works by the artist in tonight's auction. And we'll start the bidding here at $4,000, if I may. I have $4,000 bid now and asking $4,200. I have $4,200 now. $4,400 is bid. $4,600 I have now. $4,800 is bid now. $5,000 is bid. $5,500 I have now. Back to you at $6,000. I have $5,500 with Mark's bidder asking $6,000 now. At $5,500 bid now, asking $6,000. Are we through then at $5,500 looking for $6,000 now with fair warning, and I can sell at $5,500 to Mark's bid. $5,500 and the paddle is 2003. Thank you. And lot 14 is the IT, and we'll start, and this is the graphite on paper again, the Anglican mission in Cape Dorset, and a wonderful drawing here, wonderfully executed. And we'll start the bidding here at $2,000. I have with Parisa's bidder, and looking for $2,200 now. I have $2,000 bid with Parisa and asking 22. 22 is bid now and asking 24. I have $2,400 against you both and looking for 26. I have $2,400 bid now, asking 26 to either of you if I may. I have $2,400 bid now, asking 26. Are we through then at $2,400? 26 now with Parisa, knocking my bidder out. I'm holding at $2,600, asking 28 now to the rest. At 26 bid, looking for 28, I'm calling fair warning to Parisa's bidder at $2,600 and selling at 26. $2,600 it is. Parisa, paddle. Thank you. And the Osh we took, a wonderful caribou, the standing caribou, and a notable stone on this one, a really good coloring on that, and the early work. And we'll start the bidding here at $26,000 on the Osh we took caribou. $26,000 now. I have $26,000 now at the desk and looking for $28,000. I have $26,000 bid now, asking $28,000 now. At $26,000 bid, looking for 28. I'm calling fair warning then at $26,000 at the opening bid of $26,000. And fair warning then to the desk at $26,000. And that's to you then at $26,000. And lot 16, the Christian White, and this is the first of the Haida carvings in the auction tonight. A wonderful contemporary artist, dated 2003, the Raven Chief, and we'll start the bidding here at $30,000 on this Haida Argillite piece. At $30,000 to go. $30,000 to open on this if there's interest at $30,000. At $30,000 asking. I have $30,000 already. $32,000 I have now. Asking 34 now, Pat. We're in at 34,000 if I may. Thank you. I have $34,000 bid and asking 36. Pat's holding at $34,000 bid, asking 36 now. Are we through then at $34,000 to my phone order at $34,000 and I'm selling then at $34,000. That sold then at $34,000 and that went to paddle 2008. And lot 17 is this new Northwest Coast large mask or canoe ornament. This has got an exceptional provenance to it with an excellent restoration history by Bill Home. And we'll start the bidding here at at $12,000 if I may. We're just trying to get Ingo's phone bidder lined up, but we'll start the bidding here at $12,000 and slowly take an opportunity to take another look at this wonderful carved example from the West Coast. Well, we're just waiting on Ingo for a second, so just bear with us. There he is. So I'm going to open the bidding here at $12,000. Are we on the phone for this, Ingo? Trying to be. $12,000 asking. If there's interest at $12,000, at $12,000, well, we'll just pass the lot then. And carrying on to lot 18. Which is the John Pangnark, and this is the first of the works by the artist in tonight's auction. This is the Woman and Raised Arms. I'm just going to close this. And we'll start the bidding at $5,500. I've got a bid with Andrew at $5,500. $6,000 I have now. I've got a bid now of $6,500, and I'm looking for $7,000. I have $6,500 bid now, asking $7,000. At $6,500 bid now, asking $7,000 if I may. At $6,500 bid now, looking for $7,000. Are we through then at $6,500? With fair warning at $6,500. Fair warning then at $6,500. And that's with my bidder at $6,500. And lot 19 is next, and it's the Peter Coga. Love this little work. an early work from 68, The Seated Man and Raised Hands. And we will start this work at $2,000. I've got a bid at $2,000 now, and I have $2,200 now and looking for $2,400. $2,400 now is bid and looking for $2,600. I have $2,400 bid on this lot, looking for $2,600 now. Are we through then at $2,400 with fair warning at $2,400? And that's your bid, sir, at $2,400, and the paddle is 513. Thank you. And lot 20 is this beaded Caribou Skin Amautic. And Andrew, you're bidding at $7,000 I have $7,500 now and looking for $8,000 I have now and asking $8,500. Sorry, do you have $8,000 now is with Andrew and asking $8,500. Nadine is now at $8,500. $9,000 I have online and asking $9,500 now. I have $9,000 online asking $9,500 now I have on the telephone, and $10,000 is at the desk and looking for $11,000 if I may. I have $10,000 with Andrew's online bidder looking for $11,000 now. I have $10,000 bid, $11,000 back to the phones. I've got $12,000 online now and looking for $13,000. I have $12,000 bid. Nadine's now in at $13,000. I have $14,000 bid now and asking $15,000. $15,000 back in with Nadine and looking for $16,000 I have online now and asking $17,000. $16,000 is online, $17,000 I have with Nadine, $18,000 is back online with Andrew and asking $19,000 is on the telephone now and asking $20,000 is bid now online and asking $22,000. $22,000 is bid with Nadine and I'm asking $24,000 now. Online is bid then at $24,000 and asking $26,000. Nadine's now in at $26,000 and asking $28,000 now. $28,000 is back in online and asking $30,000. Nadine's now in at $30,000 and asking $32,000. A fierce auction holding at $30,000 with Nadine. Andrew's back in now at $32,000 on this wonderful work. Example, $34,000 I have now with Nadine and looking for $36,000. I have $34,000 with Nadine asking $36,000 now. I'm holding at $34,000 to Nadine's phone order and calling fair warning at $34,000, $36,000 back in, thank you, and asking $38,000. Nadine's back in now at $38,000 and asking $40,000. Back in at $40,000. Asking $42,000 now. $40,000 I have online asking $42,000. At $40,000 I have online asking $42,000. I'm calling fair warning to my online bidder then at $40,000 and I'm selling then to my online bid at $40,000. Well bought then at $40,000 and that went to paddle $3,000. And lot 21 is the first of the fabric works in tonight's auction is this Maran Tuuk, and this is the prayer meeting, and we'll start the bidding on this at $44,000 if I may. At $44,000 asking now. I have $44,000 now with Mark, asking $46,000 now. I have $44,000 bid. $46,000 I have now, and asking $48,000. $48,000 is bid now. $50,000 I have. $55,000 is bid with Mark, and looking for $60,000. I have $55,000 with Mark's bidder, asking $60,000 now. $60,000 is bid. $65,000 is bid with Mark now and asking $70,000. I've got Mark holding then at $65,000 against you, Andrew. I'm holding at $65,000 to my to Mark's bidder at $65,000 on this wonderful textile work at $65,000. I'm calling fair warning then at $65,000. Mark's bidder then is at $65,000, and that went to paddle 2003. And carrying on to lot 22, is the Peter Coga, and this is a large muskox carving, and we'll start the bidding here at $12,000. $12,000 asking on this. If there's interest at 12 standing I have, and asking $13,000 now. I have $13,000 with me, and $14,000 is bid now and asking $15,000. I have $14,000 bid in the room, asking $15,000 to the rest. At $14,000 bid, asking $15,000. Are we through then at $14,000? I can sell at $14,000 with fair warning at $14,000. $14,000, and that went to paddle 504. And lot 20 is the Jesse Unar. And this is the original drawing for the well-known print by the artist. So a wonderful example here. And we'll start the bidding here at $5,500, if I may. At $5,500 to start the lot off. May I say 55? I've got Megan at $5,500 now and asking $6,000 now. I have $5,500 bid and $6,000 I have now. I've got $6,500 and asking $7,000 to either of you. I have $6,500, $7,000 back in with Meg now and asking $75,000 now. I have $7,000 with Meg's order bid asking $75,000 now. At $7,000 bid now asking $75,000. Are we through then at $7,000? To Meg's order bid at $7,000. There we are. Priest is now in new bidder at $75,000. Back to you, Meg, at $8,000, if you may. $8,000 I have, and looking for $85,000. I've got Meg bidding at $8,000, asking $8,500 now. $8,500 is back online. $9,000 is next. Meg's now in at $9,000 and looking for $9,500. I have $9,000 with Meg's bidder asking $9,500 to the online. Online is now in at $9,000 and looking for $9,500. New bidder at $95,000 and asking $10,000. Meg's now in at $10,000 and asking $11,000 now. I have $10,000 with Meg's order bid asking $11,000 now. At $10,000 bid with Meg asking $11,000. The original of a well-known engraving, stone cut. I've got $11,000, $12,000 is bid with Meg and looking for $13,000. I have $12,000 bid now, asking $13,000 if I may. At $12,000 bid, looking for $13,000. Holding with Meg's phone order at $12,000. And I'm going to call fair warning and sell at $12,000. Meg's bidder then at $12,000 and her paddle is 2010. And lot 24 is another fabric work, and this is by Janet Kusak. And we'll start the bidding here at $5,500. $5,500, if I may, on this People, Bears, and Dogs from '94. At $5,500 to start this off, if I may, at $55,000. $5,500, if I may, on this lot at $5,500. $5,500. We'll pass that along then to the lot 25, which is the Isis Smiler, and this is a very early work by the artist of the mother and child, nursing a child now, and we'll start the bidding here at $12,000 to start on the classic Isis Smiler. At $12,000 to go, I have $12,000 at the desk now and looking for $13,000. At $12,000 at the desk, looking for $13,000 now. At $12,000 is the opening bid of $12,000. Are we through then at $12,000? And that's to the desk at $12,000. And lot 26 is another work by Jesse Unar. And this is the Voice from My Dreams. And we'll start the bidding here at $3,000. $3,000 on the Unar, if I may, at $3,000. $3,000, if I may, at $3,000 on the Jesse Unar. No? We'll pass that then to lot 27, and this is the William Noah, the well-known image by the artist, and it's the stone cut and stencil print, and we'll start the bidding here at $3,000, if I may. $3,000 asking on this, if they're interested, at $3,000. At $3,000 to go on this, may I say $3,000 to start? At $3,000, I've got a bid now at $3,000 at the desk. I have $3,200 to my book and looking for $3,400 now. I have $3,200 with me asking $3,400. I have $3,200 with me looking for $3,400 now. At $3,200 with me, are we through then at $3,200? With fair warning, that's with me then at $3,200. And lot 28, it's the Anga Hadl, and this is the hooks and spears, a stencil print again, very angular, and we'll start the bidding here at $2,400 to go. $2,400 if I may on this, at $2,400. $2,400 to start on this wood, on the stencil print, if you're just at $2,400. At $2,400 with fair warning at $2,400. And that's at $2,400. And lot 29 is the Mark Emir, and this is the Great Whirlpool, or I thought it was a whale. We'll start this very bright print off at $400 only, at $400 to start, $400. Andrew's in at $400 and looking for $425 now. At $400 bid, it's a token of the sale, $425 I have. $450 is bid now. $475 I have now. And $500 I have now, and asking $550. I've got $500 bid now, $550 yes, and looking for $600. I have $550 bid now, 6 meg to you if you like. We're in at $550 now, asking $6. Got $550 now in the room, asking $600 to you, Meg. It's just you and I. It's my live bidder and you. Nope, hit paddles down then. At $550 in the room, I have $550 once, twice, and fair warning at $550 to paddle 509. And lot 30 is next, and it's the Kenojuak Ashevak, and it is the double owl, a distinctive stone carving, and we'll start the bidding here at $18,000 on this wonderfully large example of the owls. At $18,000, may I start this off at $18,000. Again, a wonderful example from the Price Collection at $18,000 to start on the excellent work at $18,000. There we are. Price is in at $18,000 and looking for $19,000 now. I have $18,000 bid, $19,000 I have now. My bid is at $20,000 and looking for $22,000 to either of you. I've got $20,000 bid looking for $22,000. At $20,000 bid now, asking $22,000. At $22,000 now, Parisa's in. My bidder's out. I'm holding then at $22,000 and looking for $24,000. At $22,000 bid to Parisa's order, and I can sell then to Parisa's bid at $22,000. That's your bid then, Parisa, at $22,000, your paddle. And lot 31. Is another work by Kenojuak Ashevak, and this is the Two Owls with Birds from 1962, and this is a graphite on paper. And so we'll start the bidding here at $5,500. $5,500 to start on this, if there's interest at $55,000. Well-known artist, a good work on paper at $5,500. At $5,500 to start this off, may I say $55,000. With fair warning then, and that's bought in then at $5,500. And lot 32 is the Josephine. This is the Caribou, an experimental work of the Dorset prints, and a really early work from 1958. Parisa, your bid's hands in the air at $3,000. Thank you. I have $3,000 and asking $3,200 on this experimental work. I have $3,000 online and looking for $32,000. I have $32,000 bid now and looking for $34,000. I have $3,200 bid asking $3,400. At $3,200 bid, $3,400 back in and looking for $36,000. I have $3,400 bid now asking $36,000. Are we through then at $3,400 with fair warning to my online bidder then at $3,400. Parisa's bid then is at $3,400. Paddle is 7019. And lot 33 is next, and it's the Kenojuak, and this is another work on paper. This is the Singing Women in the Kayak, and we'll start the bidding here at $2,000. $2,000 to start this off. If there's interest at $2,000. At $2,000 to go, may I start this at $2,000? At $2,000 to go, is there any interest at $2,000? Pat's bidding now at $2,000, thank you, and asking $2,200 now. $2,200, thank you, last minute, and looking for 24. I have $2,400 with me, 26 I can take now and asking 28. I have $2,600 now asking 28. At $2,600 with Pat's bidder with fair warning, at $2,600 with fair warning and selling then, at $2,600. And the paddle is 2029. And lot 34 is another stone carving by Ashwituk, and this is the mother and child scraping a skin. And we'll start this wonderful work off at $30,000. $30,000 on the Ashwituk, if there's interest at $30,000. At $30,000 to go on this, may I say $30,000 to start. At $30,000, may I start this off at $30,000 with fair warning at $30,000. Next lot then, carried on to lot 35. And this is the thank you, E.G. Vudlook. And this is the 60s Dorset stone of the owls. The hawk and young, I apologize. And we'll start the bidding here at $4,800, if I may. At $4,800 on this stone carving, $4,800. I have $4,800 at the desk, thank you, and looking for $5,000 now. I have $4,800 now at the desk, asking $5,000 at $4,800 bid, and $5,000 I have now, and looking for $55,000. I have $5,000 bid now, and looking for $5,500. Are we through then at $5,000 with fair warning at $5,000 to the desk then at $5,000? That's sold then at the desk at $5,000. And carrying on to lot 36. And it's the Atunget. This is the family scene, a beautifully carved example. And we'll start the bidding here at $4,000. $4,000 to go on this of the family at $4,000. $4,000 to start me off at $4,000, if I may, at $4,000. At $4,000 with fair warning then, and we'll pass that then at $4,000 and carry on to lot 37, which is, of course, the Joe Booat. And this is a wonderful example, and it's classically themed of both boats and owls. And if you had the opportunity to read the introduction in the catalog, it explains the history, which is a very personal history to Joe and to the history of this boat, with a little dog in it as well. So lots of interest on this, and we'll start the bidding here at $150,000. At $150,000 to start me off at $150,000. $150,000 to start. Who would like to start me off at $150,000? At $150, it's a standoff. Well, someone's got to start it. Ingo, thank you. I've got $150,000. So it begins. Pat, are you interested at $160,000? I've got $150,000 with Ingo's bidder, asking $160,000. New bidder jumps in now at $160,000 I have online. Looking for $170,000. I've got $170,000 now, asking $180,000. I have $170,000 and looking for $180,000. Back in at $180,000 now and looking for $190,000. $190,000 is bid now and looking for $200,000. I have $190,000 bid. $200,000 now in. and asking $220,000 if I may. I have $200,000 bid now, $200,000 I have now asking $220,000. $220,000 is bid and looking for $240,000. I have $220,000 with Ingo's bidder looking for $240,000. I have $220,000 bid, $240,000 now is with Pat. Now looking for $260,000. I've got $240,000 now. Ingo's now in at $260,000. Now I'm asking $280,000. I have $260,000 bid with Ingo, looking for $280,000 to either of you. $280,000 is bid now with Pat. I'm asking $300,000. I have $280,000 bid with Pat, looking for $300,000 now. I have $280,000 bid, looking for $300,000. At $280,000 is against you, Ingo, at $280,000. Are we all through? $300,000 I have now. And asking $325,000 now. I have $300,000 with Ingo's bidder.
Wouldn't it be 320?
Is it 320? I think it's 325.
I have 320.
You have 320? Excuse me, 5,000 left. It's a bargain. It's 320 would be next. I have $300,000 with Ingo's bidder looking for $320,000. I'm holding with Ingo's bidder at $300,000 against you, Pat, at $300,000. It would be yours at $320,000. I'm holding with Ingo at $300,000. $320,000 is bid now. I'm looking for $340,000. $340,000 is bid now with Ingo, asking $360,000. I have $340,000 with Ingo's bidder, looking for $360,000. I have $340,000 with Ingo's bidder, looking for $360,000. You want to? Ingo's suggesting half bids, not that I condone it. No, he's not. We're holding then, with Ingo's bid at $340,000. With Ingo's bid then at $340,000, that's with you, Ingo, at $340,000. Sold then at $340,000, and that went to Paddle 2020. That's a tie for the record for the artist. For all Inuit art. Well done, ladies and gentlemen, well done. I've done my job. Drop the mic. Okay. And the other, I imagine the other record was with you guys on your inaugural auction. Well done. Okay, and lot 38, carrying on to the David E. Alec. And this is the story of a giant. And we'll start the bidding here at $5,500. Or we can just sell more Joe Boats. At $5,500, who would like to start me off? I've got Meg now in at $5,500 I have, and looking for $6,000 now. I have $5,500 bid now, looking for $6,000. I have $6,000 now. I have $6,500 now, Meg. I'm looking for $7,000 to either of you. I have $6,500 bid now, looking for $7,000. At $7,000 now is with Meg's order bid and looking for $7,500. I have $7,000 bid now, looking for $7,500. Are we through then at $7,000? With Meg's bid then at $7,000. That sold then, Meg, at $7,000, and the paddle was 2016. And the Tim Pitsiolak into these more contemporary works on paper, and we'll start the bidding here again at $5,500, if I may. At $5,500 on the Pitsiolak, who would like to start me off at 50? I've got $5,500 bid now, and looking for $6,000. I have $5,500 bid now. I have $6,000 now. I have $6,500 now, looking for $7,000. I have $7,000 bid now with Danica's order bid, looking for $7,500. I have $7,000 with Danica's bid, asking $75,000 now. At $7,000 bid only, are we through then at $7,000? With fair warning at $7,000. Danica's bid then is at $7,000, and that went to paddle 2006. And lot 40 is the Jutai, and this is again the first of two works. The second work, I believe, is in the second catalog. It's called What Is This? And we'll start the bidding here at $4,000. $4,000 to go on this. I've got $4,000 now online and asking $4,200 now. $4,200 is bid now and looking for $4,400 is bid. 46 would you like? 46 is bid. I have and asking $4,800 now and looking for $5,000. 5,000. Would you like 55 now? 55 new bidder. 6,000. 65. 7,000. $7,500 if you like. $7,500 is bid. Looking for 8,000. 8,500. 9,000. 9,500. And asking 10,000. 10,000 is bid. May I say 11? 10,000 I'm holding on the telephone and looking for 11,000 now. At $10,000 bid asking 11, are we through then at 10,000? With fair warning and selling to Danica's bidder at $10,000. 10 it is then, and that went to paddle 2006. And carrying on to lot 41 with the Augustus bean, or this is the Walton and Bean Bowl. And we'll start the bowl off, the Tlingit example, we'll start this off at $5,000. $5,000 on this, the Tlingit bowl. May I say $5,000 to start? At $5,000, I have $5,000 now. I have $5,500 now, I'm looking for $6,000. I have $5,500 bid asking $6,000 now. I have $5,500 bid now asking $6,000. Are we through then at $5,500 to either of you? I'm holding at $5,500. Pat's now in at $6,000 and looking for $65,000. I have $6,000 with Pat's bidder looking for $65,000 now. Are we through then at $6,000? With Pat's bid, I'm holding at $6,000. Your bid then, Pat, at $6,000, and that went to paddle 2028. And lot 42 is this Tlingit basket, a good 1900 example in wonderful condition with brilliant colors. And Andrew, you've got multiple bids to start us off at $5,000 and asking $55,000 now. I have $5,000 bid on the basket, asking $55,000. At $5,000 bid, looking for $5,500. Are we through at $5,000? Online holding at $5,000 with multiple bids. $55,000 I have with Parisa. Looking for $6,000. I have $5,500 bid now on the other online platform, looking for $6,000. Are we through then at $55,000 with Parisa's bidder? I'm calling fair warning at $5,500. Sold then at $5,500. Parisa, that button to paddle? 7016. And the Haida work, another argillite piece. And this is the late trade pipe from the 1890s. And we'll start the trade pipe off at 32. I've got, Andrew, you've got $3,200 now, looking for $3,400. I have $3,200 bid, asking $34,000. At $3,200 bid with Andrew's bidder looking for 34. Are we through then at the opening bid of 3,200 with fair warning at $3,200? Your bid then, Andrew, at 3,200, and that went to paddle 3,000. And lot 44 is the Preston Single Ter, and this is a sculptural piece of glass, quite a contemporary work of a Tlingit artist, and we'll start the bidding here at $12,000. I've got a bid of $12,000. $13,000 I have now and looking for $14,000. I have $13,000 bid now, asking $14,000. At $13,000 bid, asking $14,000. Are we through then at $13,000 with fair warning then at $13,000? $13,000. And 45 is the next lot, and back into the stone carvings with the John Kavik. This is one of my favorite lots in the sale, and I think Ingo, I think you like this one as well, with this rarely seen mixed media work with the antler elements in the goggles. And we'll start this off at $12,000 as well. $12,000 on the Kavik, is there's $12,000 I have now and looking for $13,000 now. I have $12,000 bid and $13,000 I have and $14,000 is bid and looking for $15,000. I have $14,000 bid now asking $15,000. Are we through then at 14? $15,000 up front. $16,000 is in the back looking for $17,000. $17,000. $18,000 now. $19,000. $20,000. $22,000 is next. $20,000 I have at the back, thank you, holding at $20,000, and I'm calling fair warning at $20,000. Sold then at $20,000 to paddle 515. And lot 46 is the work of the woman with musical instrument, and a good early work from 59, a stone cut, and we'll start the bidding at $4,200 if I may. $4,200 on this stone cut work, if there's interest at $42 on the Josephine. At $4,200 asking on this, if there's interest at $42. At $4,200, may I say $4,200 to start? We'll pass that along then to lot 47, and this is the Can Kinga, and this is the 2C pigeons flying. There they are, and will start me off at $1,800 to go. $1,800 on the pigeons. If there's interest at $18,000 I have with Danica, and $1,900 asking. I have 18 bid now. 19 is bid up front now and looking for $2,000. $2,000 is bid. Would you like 22? 22 now. Are we in at 24? 26. 28. I have $2,600 up front looking for $2,800. At $2,600 bid asking $28,000. Against you, Danica, I'm holding at $2,600, $28,000 in time. $3,000 is next. $3,000 is bid. $32,000. They're bidding on the next lot. You better take it. I have $3,000 bid asking $32,000 now. $32,000 is bid now asking $34,000. $3,200 I have with Danica's bidder looking for $34,000 now. Are we through then at $32,000? With Danica's bidder, I'm holding at $3,200. Sold then at $3,200, and that went to paddle 2027. And carrying on, this is the Mungatuk, and this is Thoughts of Birds. And we'll start the bidding here at $3,000 on the bird thoughts. At $3,000 to start me off, may I say $3,000? At $3,000 to go, bidding is at $3,000 now and asking $32,000, and I have $32,000 now and asking $34,000. I have $3,200 looking for $34,000 now. $34,000 is bid now, looking for $36,000. I have $3,400 bid now, asking $36,000. Are we through then at $34,000? With fair warning at $34,000. Your bid now at $3,400. Well bought. Show me your paddle once more. 517. Thank you. And carrying on to lot 49. And this is the Napachi, and this is another Cape Dorset print, stone cut print of bird spirits. And we'll start the bidding here at $2,400. $2,400 asking on the bird spirits. I've got Andrew now in at $2,400 and $2,600 asking. I have $2,400 bid. I have $2,600 now. My bid is at $2,800 and looking for $3,000 to either of you. I have $2,800 bid, looking for $3,000 now. At $2,800 bid now, asking $3,000. $3,000 I have with Andrew and asking $32 now with you, Parisa, if you like. I have $3,000 bid now, asking $32 to Parisa now is in at $32 and asking $34. I've got Parisa's bid at $3,200 against you, Andrew, again. I'm holding with Parisa's bid at $32. Are we through then at $3,200? With fair warning at $3,200 to Parisa's bidder. 32 it is, and that went to paddle. 7019. And following along to the Peter Pitsiolak, and this is the bust of a mother and child, and start me at $7,000 on it. $7,000 on the bust of the mother and child, a stone cut. $7,000 to go. It's $7,000. 7,000, are we through then at 7,000 with fair warning? And next lot then is lot 51, and it's the Pudlo, and this is the Sedna, a charming piece. And we'll start the bidding here. I've got Andrew in at $4,800, and I have $5,000 now, and I'm looking for $5,500. I have $5,000 bid now, asking $5,500 now. 55 is in the room, and looking for $6,000. I have $5,500 in the room now, looking for $6,000 if I may. Are we through then at $5,500 with fair warning at $5,500 and selling then at 55. Sold then at 55 to paddle 504. And carrying on to lot 52, and it's the Inuit, and this is another charming boat, another migration boat. And we'll start the bidding at $26,000 on the migration boat. $26,000 to go on this at 26. $26,000 if I may at 26. At $26,000, is there any interest at 26,000? With fair warning, and we'll move that along then to carrying on to lot 53, and this is a work on paper, and it is by Parr, and it's an early work dated exactly to July of 1961, and we'll start the bidding here at $4,000. $4,000 I have at the desk at $4,000 now, and asking $4,200. I have a bid of $4,000 and looking for $4,200 now. Against you, Ingo, I'm holding at $4,000, asking $42. Are we through then at $4,000? Are you bidding then on this? At the desk, I have $4,000. Ingo's now in at $4,200. Thank you for your patience, looking for $44. I have $4,200 now with Ingo. $4,400 is bid now, looking for $46. 46 is bid. Asking 48. 48 is bid now, and looking for 5,000. I have $4,800 bid now, asking $5,000. $5,000 now, and looking for 55. I have $5,000 with Ingo's bidder, asking $5,500 now. At $5,000 bid, are we through then with Ingo's bidder at $5,000? With fair warning at $5,000. Ingo's bid then is at $5,000, and your paddle is 2020. And lot 54 is the Kenojuak Ashevak, and this is the bright owl composition, and start me at $5,500. $5,500 on the owls. Andrew, thank you. I've got 55 now and looking for 6,000. I have $5,500 bid now, and $6,000 is bid now, and looking for 65. I have 65 now and asking $7,000 to either of you. I have $7,000 now with Andrew and looking for 75. I have $7,000 bid online with Andrew, asking 75 now. Are we through then at 7,000 with fair warning? 75 now, Parisa, new bidder. I have 75 now. It'd be 8,000 is next. I've got Parisa holding at $7,500, $8,000 back in with Andrew and asking $85,000. I have $8,000 with Parisa's bidder asking $85,000 now. $85,000 and asking $9,000. $9,000 I have with Andrew and asking $95,000. I have $9,000 with Andrew's bidder, $9,500 I have with Parisa. $10,000 is now with Andrew and asking $11,000. I have $10,000 online with Andrew asking $11,000 now. $11,000 is with Parisa and asking $12,000. $12,000. $13,000 is next. $13,000 is bid, looking for $14,000. $14,000 is bid now, asking $15,000. I have $14,000 with Andrew's bid, asking $15,000 now is with Parisa, and asking $16,000. I have Parisa's online bidder holding at $15,000 and asking $16,000. Andrew's now in at $16,000, asking $17,000 to Parisa's bidder. $17,000 is bid and looking for $18,000 now. I have $17,000 online, asking $18,000 now. Holding with Parisa's bid at $17,000, asking $18,000. I'm calling fair warning at $17,000 with Parisa's bidder. With fair warning to Parisa's bid at $17,000. Sold then at $17,000. Parisa, your paddle is? 7022. Lot 55 is the Lucy Tassier. And we're opening the bidding here at $6,000, if I may. $6,000 is bid. $6,500 I have now. $7,000. $75,000. $8,000 I have with Mark. $85,000 now. $9,000 is bid now and looking for $95,000. I have $9,000 bid here, looking for $95,000 now. At $9,000 bid, asking $95,000. Are we through then at $9,000? With fair warning at $9,000. Sold then at $9,000, and the paddle is 2003. And following that is the Thomas Ugyuk, and this is the family moving camp. A wonderful example, and we'll start the bidding here at $6,000. $6,000 to go on this. If there's interest, at $6,000 to go. $6,000 asking on this. May I say $6,000? At $6,000, are we through then at $6,000 with fair warning? At $6,000. And lot 57 is another work by Annie. This is the second work, and this is an extremely well-published example. Very strong imagery here. And we'll start the bidding. We've got phone order. No, we've got $7,000 I have with Andrew and asking $7,500. $7,500 is bid. $8,000 I have now. $8,500 is bid now. And looking for $9,000. $9,000 is bid. $9,500 I have now. $10,000 is bid. $11,000 I have now. $12,000. $13,000 would you like? $14,000 asking. I have $13,000 with Mark's bidder, looking for $14,000 now. At $13,000 bid, asking $14,000. $14,000 back in, asking $15,000. $15,000, yes, he says, and looking for $16,000 now. I have $16,000 now and asking $17,000. I have $16,000 bid online, asking $17,000. Are we through then at $16,000? Mark's bidder is out. I'm holding at $16,000 and selling then at $16,000. Sold then, that's $16,000, and that went to paddle $3,000. And lot 58 is another work on paper. This is by Shuen Ashuna, and this is a classic example of her work. And we'll start the bidding here again. I've got Parisa bidding at $6,000, $6,500 I have now, and looking for $7,000. $7,000 is bid, $75,000 is bid now, and looking for $8,000. $8,000 is bid, looking for $85,000. $8,500 I have now, and asking $9,000. 9,000 is bid with Parisa and asking 9,500. He says no. I have $9,000 with Parisa's bidder asking 95 now. At $9,000 bid now, asking 95. Are we through then at 9,000 with Parisa's bidder? Then online at $9,000 and selling then at 9,000. Parisa's bid then is at 9,000. Paddle is.
7021.
And 59 is the following lot. And her hand is already in the air on this is the Judas work, Thinking of a Muskox. And I've got Parisa bidding at $8,000. I've got $8,000 bid now and asking $8,500 now. I have $8,500 bid now and looking for $9,000. I have $8,500 bid. Meg's now in at $9,000 and asking $95. I have $9,000 bid now asking $9,500. At $9,000 bid asking $95. Are we through then at $9,000? I've got Meg's bidder at $9,000 with fair warning at $9,000. Meg's bid then is holding at $9,000 and her paddle is 2012. And lot 60 is this classic work by Michael Massey and mixed media with exceptional carving and inlay work to it. And we'll start the bidding here at $8,000 if I may. $8,000 asking on this if there's interest at $8,000 on the Michael Massey. $8,000 to go on this. May I say $8,000 to start? At $8,000 to go on this, was there interest at $8,000? No interest on this at $8,000? I've got an AD now in at $8,000 to start us off. $8,000 is bid now and asking $8,500. $8,500 is now against and asking $9,000 now. I have $8,500 now online asking $9,000. Are we through then at $8,500? She says no, then I'm through then at $8,500 with fair warning at $8,500. And that's at the desk at $8,500. And lot 61 is the Ashwituk, and this is a well-published example illustrated here of the shaman. And start me at $12,000 on this. $12,000 on the well-published Ashwituk, if there's interest at $12,000. At $12,000 to start me off, may I say $12,000 to go. $12,000, was there any interest? Next lot then is lot 62, and this is another work, a textile work, and this is actually a really exceptional work. I was previewing this, and we were previewing this with a curator of a private museum, and who had an interest in textiles, and she was drawn specifically to this work, and the way that the colors are woven through this to accentuate the sleeves and the textures of the fabric, she was pretty interested and noted how well done this was. So there we are. That's my rant. So Andrew, your hand is in the air at $6,000 I have, and looking for $6,500. $6,500 I have with Mark, and looking for $7,000 now. I have $6,500 bid now and asking $7,000. I have $7,000 now and asking $75,000. I've got Mark now in at $7,500 and asking $8,000. $8,000 is bid now and asking $85,000. I've got $85,000 now with Mark's bidder and asking $9,000. At $8,500 bid now and asking $9,000. I have $9,000 bid now and looking for $95,000. I've got Mark now in at $9,500 and asking $10,000. I have $9,500 bid with Mark asking $10,000 now. New bidder now with Parisa's at $10,000. $11,000 I have with Mark and looking for $12,000 now. I have $11,000 with Mark's order bid asking $12,000 now at $11,000 bid asking $12,000. Against both of you, holding at $11,000 to Mark's bidder, $12,000 she says. $13,000 I have with Mark and looking for $14,000 now. I have Mark holding at $13,000 asking $14,000 now. At $13,000 bid asking $14,000 to you, Parisa, if you like. At $13,000, $14,000 in time. $15,000 is bid now and asking $16,000. I have $15,000 bid now asking $16,000. $15,000 bid. I have $15,000 bid now, $16,000 is bid now and looking for $17,000. $17,000 is bid now and asking $18,000 if I may. I have $17,000 with Mark's bidder asking 18 now. I have $17,000 bid now asking 18. Are we through with Mark's bidder at 17 against you, Parisa? 18, she says. He says no then. I'm holding with Parisa's bidder then at $18,000. And I'm calling then to Parisa's bidder at 18,000. And I'm selling to you, Parisa, at 18,000. Paddle? 7021. And 63 is the Luke Anga Hadl, and this is the pencil drawing of the Caribou, Wolves, Figures, and Shaman. And start me at $2,000. $2,000 on this work, if I may, at $2,000. At $2,000 to go on this, may I say $2,000 to open? At $2,000. You have to stop yawning, please. At $2,000 will pass. And lot 64 is another work by Jesse Unar, and this is a great work from 67, and it's a pencil crayon over ballpoint pen, and a nice early work, and start me off at $3,000. $3,000 to go on this, at $3,000 on the Jesse Unar drawing. $3,000. At $3,000 to go on this, may I say $3,000? At $3,000, and moving along to lot 65, is the Joe David, and this is a Nuchalnath shrine figure. And start me off, I've got bids with Andrew at $7,000. I have multiple bids, and asking $7,500. I am. I've got $7,000 bid asking $75 now. At $7,000 bid asking $75. Bidder in the room I have at 75 now. 8,000 is bid, asking 85. I have $8,000 bid online, asking 85. 85 is bid now in the room, and asking 9,000. I have $8,500 now in the room. $9,000 I have bid and asking 95. I have $9,000 bid at the desk, asking 95 now. At $9,000 bid, 95 in time now, and asking 10,000. 10,000 is bid, looking for 11,000. At $10,000 at the desk, asking 11,000, now at 10,000 bid. $10,000 I'm holding then at $10,000. I'm calling fair warning then at 10,000. I'm selling then at $10,000. And that sold then at 10,000, and that went to paddle 3,000. And the Hazel Wilson, and this is very appropriate for this time of year, shall we say. A wonderful Christmas present, maybe. And this is called the Tree of Life. And we'll start the bidding here at $6,000. $6,000 asking on this, if there's interest at $6,000. On this Tree of Life work at $6,000. May I start us off at $6,000? At $6,000. No one wants us at $6,000? With fair warning then. Next lot then is lot 67, and this is a totem, and this is a hollow back 19th century argillite totem, and we'll start off at $5,000 on this. At $5,000 I have with Andrew, and I have $5,500 now and looking for $6,000. $6,000 is bid now and looking for $65. I have $6,000 bid at the desk looking for $65 now. I have $6,000 bid, $65 now I have with Pat, and asking $7,000 I have at the desk, and looking for $75. I have $7,000, $75 back on the phone, and asking $8,000 now. $8,000 is bid, looking for $85. I have $8,000 bid now, looking for $8,500. $85 is bid with Pat, and asking $9,000 now. I have $8,500 bid now, looking for $9,000. At $8,500 bid on the phone with Pat, I'm calling fair warning at $8,500 with fair warning at $85. Pat's bid then it is at $8,500, and the paddle is 2029. And lot 68, and this is the Nuchalnath work. This is the Lightning Serpent Dance Mask, a very unusual piece. And I've got both hands in the air. Where is it? You've got $5,000 I have with Parisa. I have $5,500 with my advanced order, and I'm looking for $6,000 now. I have $56,000 is bid with Meg and asking $6,500. I have $6,500 then with my advanced order and looking for $7,000. $7,000 is bid with Meg and asking $7,500. I have $7,000 bid. I have $7,500 now and asking $8,000. $8,000 is bid now and asking $85,000. I have $8,500 now and looking for $9,000. I have $9,000 bid and I have $9,500 now and I'm asking $10,000. $10,000 is bid and that's knocked my bid out and I'm asking $11,000 now to Ingo if you'd like. I have $10,000 with Meg's bid or asking $11,000 now. At $10,000 bid, looking for 11 if you're in at 10,000. I'm holding with Meg's bidder then at $10,000 to the room or back online. I'm holding at Meg's bid at 10,000 and I'm selling then at $10,000. Sold then to Meg's bidder at $10,000 and your paddle is 2001. A keen bidder of certain. And lot 69 is the Elizabeth Neuteralic. And we'll start the bidding here at $6,000. $6,000 asking on the Neuteralic if there's interest at $6,000. At $6,000 to go on this, may I say $6,000 at $6,000. $6,000 to go. Next lot then is lot 70 and it's the Pitsiauluk Niviaxi and this is the mother playing with her two children. And we'll start the bidding here at $7,000. $7,000 asking on this if there's interest at $7,000. At $7,000 to start. At $7,000, carrying on to lot 71. And this is the Luke Nautalik, a classic work by the artist. The large antlers there, and start me at $5,000 on the Luke Nautalik. At $5,000 to open on this lot, may I say $5,000. At $5,000 to go on this. Is there interest at $5,000? Next lot then is lot 72, and this is the head of a man wearing snow goggles. I love this work, and it's a very well published work. It had a full page in the Swinton catalog or resume, and we'll start the bidding here at $4,000 to go. I've got Andrew in at $4,000 and asking $4,200 now. I have $4,200 now and asking $4,400. I have $4,200 bid now, asking $4,400. At $4,200 bid now, asking $4,400. $4,400 is back to you and looking for $4,600. I have $4,400 bid now, asking $4,600. Are we through then at $4,400? With fair warning at $4,400. That's online then at $4,400, and that went to paddle 3,000. And the Barnabas is next because a sale is not a. Wait, am I right? Yep. Barnabas, there we are. Yes, because you can't have a sale without a Barnabas muskox. So there it is, starting at $1,800. $1,800 I've got at the desk. 18 and 19 now I have, and looking for 2,000. 2,000 is bid now and asking 22. I have $2,000 bid now, asking 22 now. Are we through then at 2,000? At the desk, I have $2,000. Andrew's bid then, it is at 2,000, and that went to paddle 3,000. And carrying on, this is lot 74, and this is the Shiokjuk, and this is the Shaman's Hands work on paper. And we'll start the bidding here at $1,800, if I may. $1,800 if there's interest at $1,800. Any interest at $1,800? No? Carrying on then to lot 75, and this is the Arnaku, and a printmaker from Cape Dorset, and this wonderful basket with the seagull on top, and we'll start the bidding here at $1,100. Sort of a strange start price, but there we are, a token of the sale, a piece of work on paper at $1,100 if there's interest. $1,100 to go on this, may say $1,100. At $1,100, next lot is another work. This is a work by Luke Anga Hadl and another work on paper, The Fishing Camp. And start me off again at I've got $1,200 with Andrew, thank you, looking for 13 now. I have $1,200 bid now, asking 13. Are we through then at $1,200 with Andrew's bid I'm holding at $1,200? Sold to you, Andrew, then at $1,200, and your paddle was $3,000. And lot 77 is the Isaaci, and this is again a very well illustrated work. This is the cover of the Inuit Art Quarterly in 2002. So a clever piece with stone and antler, and we'll start the bidding here at $2,200 on a well illustrated work at $2,200. Who would like to start me off? It feels like a reasonable example at $2,200. $2,200 to start. May I say 22? 2,200. Carrying on then to lot, oh no, I'm done. Oh, I'm sorry, you were bidding at 22? Very well, that's yours then at 2,200. And it was paddle 509, right? 509. And don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, first catalog is done. Let's crack open catalog number 2. So carrying on, this is lot 78, so we are out of the Price collection and carrying on to other exceptional works of Inuit art and Northwest Coast Indigenous works, and some really wonderful examples here, works on paper, etc., and West Coast works. Lot 78 is the next lot, and this is the first of 2 works, early Dorset works, and we'll start this one off. This is the woman adjusting her hood. And we'll start the bidding here at $2,000. $2,000 asking on this, if there's interest at $2,000. $2,000 asking, may I say $2,000 to go? Next lot then is lot 79, and it's the second of the works, The Hunter with Knife, and start me at $1,000. $1,000 asking, was there interest at $1,000? Carrying on, and this is lot 80 is next, and it's the first of 2 owl figures, and this is a great work, a great latch work, shall we say, according to Nadine. I wouldn't have the nerve to say it, but I'm allowed to say a great latch work, a latch owl. And we'll start the bidding on this at $2,000. $2,000, is there interest at $2,000? At $2,000, Meg's in at $2,000. $2,200 if I may. 24 back to you, Meg. 24 is bid, asking 26. 26 is bid with Nadine and looking for 28. I have $2,600 with Nadine, $2,800 and is now with Meg and asking $3,000. 3,000 I have, and asking 32. I have 3,000 with Nadine's bidder asking 32, and I can call fair warning and sell then at $3,000. Nadine's bid is at $3,000, and your paddle is 2022. And lot 81 is the second of the owls, and start me off at $700 on it. $700 on this wonderful little owl, if I may, at $700. $700, I've got a bid now in the room at $700, and asking $750 back to you if you're interested on this one. $750, $800, $850, $900. I have $850 on the phone with Nadine, $900 now, and asking $950. And 1,000. And 11. And 12. I have 11 now on the telephone, asking 12 now. I'm calling fair warning to the phone at $1,100, and I'm 12 in time. 13. 13 is bid, asking 14. At 13 bid, I have, asking 14 now. Are we through at 13? 14. 15. is bid now, asking 16. I have 15 on the phone with Nadine then, and I'm holding on the phone bidder at 15, and I'm selling then at 15. And that went to paddle 2022. And a John Panganark, this is lot 82, and this is an unusual mixed media work. And we will start the bidding here at $6,000. I've got Parisa bidding at $6,000 and asking 65. I've got Mark in at 65 now and asking 7,000. 7,000 I have with Parisa, 75 is with Mark, and asking 8,000 is bid and 85. 9,000. I have $8,500 with Mark's bidder looking for 9,000 now. At 85 bid now, asking 9,000. Are we through then at 85? With Mark's bidder, I'm holding at 8,500. Mark, that's your bid then at 85, and your paddle is 2007. And lot 83 is next, and it's another beaded work of a woman or a beaded figure wearing mittens. And start my bidding at $1,000. Andrew, you're in at $1,000 now. I have $1,100 now and looking for 12 now. I have 11, 12 now I have and asking 13. I have $1,200 bid at the desk asking 13. 13 I have now, asking 14. 15 are you in? I have 14 online now, asking 15. I'm holding at 14 online with fair warning at $1,400 and selling then at 14. That sold then at $1,400 and that went to paddle 3,000. And George Arlook, and this is the man on a snowmobile. Snow is coming soon, and we'll start this off at $800 on the snowmobile, and I've got Parisa holding at $800 with a bid and asking $850 now. I have $800 bid now asking $850. At $800 bid looking for $850, I can sell then at $800 with fair warning. Your bid then is at $800, and your paddle is? And the David Rubin, and this is the two figures, and again another well-published example. The Angry Dog with Hunter. I feel like I have an angry dog. And we'll start the bidding at $6,000. $6,000 on these two figures if there's interest at $6,000. $6,000 to go on this if there's interest at $6,000. $6,000. Next lot then is lot 86, and this is Nick Sikuark. And of course, this is first of two works in the auction tonight. And if you are aware, he is currently being exhibited at the National Gallery, and a solo exhibit, and one that has been sponsored by First Arts. So a good future investment with recognition at the National Gallery. And start me off at $1,500 on this. $1,500. $1,500 on this, and a well-exhibited artist at $1,500. 15? No. Okay. And lot 87 is a classic example of the Kenojuak Ashevak, and this is, of course, rabbit eating seaweed. And we've got phone bidders. We've got Andrew, you're bidding at $30,000 I have, and asking $32,000 is with my bidder, and asking 34 I have, and I have 36 now. 38 is bid. I have $40,000 now. 42 is bid. My bid is 44. 46 is bid. I have 48. 50 I have, you're in at 50. I have 55, and $60,000 is my bidder and looking for 65. I have $60,000 bid now and asking 65,000. I have $60,000 bid now asking $65,000 if you're in. At $60,000 bid, it was because there were bidder, yeah. At $60,000 bid, are we through then at my bid holding at $60,000? Are we selling then at $60,000? That's my bid then, is at $60,000, and my paddle is, why did someone highlight this so dark? 1001. Lot 88 is a Lucy Tassier. And this is the family group, and start me at $5,000. $5,000 on the Lucy Tassier, who's in at $5,000. At $5,000, was there interest at $5,000 on the Tassier? At $5,000, and carrying on to lot 89. And this is the Ali Kasawa, and this is another mother and child, and start me at $1,500 on this charming work. At $1,500 on the mother and child, may I say $1,500? At $1,500 to go, I've got Andrew in at 15, thank you, and looking for 16 now. I have $1,500 bid now, asking 16, and I can call fair warning and sell at $1,500. That's your bid then, Andrew, at $1,500, and that went to paddle 3,000. And lot 90 is the unidentified bird, probably an Arviat piece, and we'll start this off at $500. A little token of the sale at $500. $500 to go on this if there's interest at 5. Next lot then is lot 91, and this is another work that I think I heard Ingo expressed interest in. This is the Henry, and this is the head of a woman with billowing hair. An interesting piece, and we'll start the bidding at $3,000. $3,000 I have with Mark, and asking $3,200 now. I have $3,000 bid now, asking $32. At $3,000 bid only, 32 is in the room, 34, 36, 38, 4,000, 42, 44, 46, 48, 5,000, 55, 6,000, 65, 7,000, 75, 8,000, 85, 9,000, 95. Are we in at 10? He says no. $9,500 is bid then. I'm holding at $9,500 and selling then at $9,500. Sold then at $9,500 to paddle 509. And an Uvalu. This is the first of two works in this catalog, and this is the Praying Angel. And start me off at $6,000 on her. At $6,000 on the Praying Angel, if there's interest, at $6,000. $6,000 to go on this, if there's any interest at $6,000. At $6,000 with fair warning, and we'll move that along to lot 93, which is this, Acrylic and Gouache by Robert Davidson, a well-exhibited and published work. And here we are, lucky to have it up for auction, and we'll start the bidding at $20,000 by the iconic Canadian, or I guess West Coast artist, the Haida artist, at $20,000. I have a bid of $20,000. Looking for $22,000 now. I have $22,000 bid. And $24,000 is with me. May I say 26? You're in at $26,000 now and asking 28. I have $26,000 bid now, asking 28,000, and that's your bid at $26,000 with fair warning and well bought. At $26,000, paddle 516. Thank you. And the Bow Dick. This is lot 94, and this is the headdress. Lots of interest on this. Andrew, you've got bids at $11,000. I have $12,000, looking for $13,000 now. I have $12,000 with my advanced order, looking for $13,000. $13,000. I have $14,000. Are you in at 15? 15,000 knocks my bidder out, looking for 16,000 now. At $15,000 bid in the room, asking 16,000. At $15,000 bid, are we through then at 15 and selling at $15,000? That's your bid then at $15,000, and same paddle, 516, well bought. And next is a Simon Dick. Just gonna stand up for a minute. And this is the Colas mask, and we'll start the bidding here at, I've got bids with you, Andrew, at $2,200, and looking for $2,400. $2,400 is bid now, and asking 26. I have $2,600 is bid now, looking for 28. I have $2,600 bid now, asking 28. 28 is bid now, and asking $3,000 is bid, asking $3,200. I have $3,000 bid now, asking 32. At $3,000 bid, asking 32, all online holding at $3,000, and I can call fair warning and sell then online at $3,000. That's sold then, that's for $3,000 to paddle 3,000. And this is the following work by Glenn Rabina and a Haida work, the Moon Mask. And start me off at $3,000 on it. I've got bids at $3,000. I have $3,200 now and looking $3,400 is bid now and asking $36. I have $3,400 bid now asking $36. At $3,400 I have asking $36. Are we through then at $34? Online it is at $34. Parisa, new bidder at $36, thank you. $38 is bid now and asking $4,000. I have $3,800 bid now asking $4,000. Are we through then at $38? With fair warning at $3,800. Andrew's bid is holding at $38 and selling at $38. That sold then at $3,800 and that went to paddle $3,000. Do you want me to move this closer or do you think it's okay? Okay. And following along to lot 97, and this is the Nutaraluk. And this is the mother polar bear and the cubs, a very whimsical piece. And we'll start the bidding at $6,000, if I may. $6,000 asking on this, if there's interest at $6,000. $6,000 to go. Is there any interest at $6,000 on the polar bears? At $6,000. With fair warning then, at $6,000. And lot 98 is the first of the Pauta Selas in tonight's auction. And this is the dancing bear, and it's a small, it's the pocket one, shall we say. It's the wee one. And Andrew, you've got bids to start us off at $4,000, and I have $4,200 against you, and I'm looking for $4,400 now. 44, 46, may I say? Are we in at 48? I have 46, you're in at 48 now. $5,000 is bid, asking 55. Mark's in at 55 now and asking 6,000. Andrew's now in $6,500 is bid now and asking 7,000. I have $6,500, $7,000 new bidder and asking 75. 75 is bid. 8,000 is bid now and asking 85. I have $8,000 in the room now. Back in online, 85. $9,000 I have, looking for 95. I have $9,000 bid asking 95 now at 9,000. At $9,000 bid asking 95, 95 back in. $10,000 is back now and asking 11,000. I have $10,000 in the room asking 11,000 now. At $10,000 bid looking for 11. Just making sure Danica's not in at $10,000. I'm calling fair warning in the room at $10,000. Sold then at $10,000. That went to paddle 509. Well done. Let's do more like that. 99 is next. And this is the Lukta, and this is the owl with lemming. And this is a good work. It's wonderfully carved in this distinctive Markham-based stone. And you can see all of the details. This was certainly one of my favorites of the auction. And we'll start bidding here. It looks like Parisa's got her hand up at $6,000 and asking $65. I have with Ingo bidding at $6,500 and asking $7,000 now. $7,000 is now in the room, looking for 75. 75 is bid. Are you in at 8,000? 85 now. 85 now I have with Ingo's bidder and asking 9,000. Parisa's now in at 9,000. $9,500 is bid and asking 10,000 now. 10,000 Parisa's in. $11,000 is bid. 12,000 now, Ingo, if you'd like. New bidder is back in online at 12,000. $13,000 is bid now and asking 14,000. I have $13,000 in the room. Nadine's now in at $14,000. $15,000 is bid now, asking 16. I have $15,000 now in the room, asking 16,000. At $15,000 bid now, asking 16. Are we through then? New bidder back in at $16,000. $17,000 is back in, asking 18. I have 17,000, 18,000 Parisa, $19,000 is bid now, and asking 20,000. I have $19,000 bid, asking 20,000, 20,000. 20,000 is holding with Parisa's bid, asking 22 now. At $20,000 bid now, asking 22. Are we through then? At $20,000 with Parisa's bid at 20,000, and selling then at $20,000. That's sold then at $20,000. 7028. And carrying on, this is the Kananganak, and this is the windswept muskox, and a full movement example. And we'll start the bidding here at $4,000. $4,000 on the windswept muskox at $4,000. Was there just at 4? I've got Danica in at 4,000. 42 is bid now, and asking 44. 44 is bid. 46 is bid now. I have 44 is bid now. I have $4,600 now. $4,800 I have. Looking for 5,000 now. I have $4,800 bid now, asking 5,000. At $4,800 bid, $5,000 now, and asking 55. At $5,000 bid with Danica's order, asking 55 now, and I'm selling then at $5,000 with fair warning. That sold then at $5,000, and Danica's bidder was 2027. And this is the acrylic on canvas. This is Alex Janvier. And this is the Blue Lake, and we'll start the bidding at $14,000. I've got Andrew, you're bidding at $14,000, and I have $15,000 bid now and looking for $16,000. I have $16,000 bid now. I have $17,000 bid, asking 18. I have $17,000, $18,000 I have back online, looking for 19,000. At $18,000 bid online, asking 19 now. Are we through then at $18,000? And I can sell at $18,000. Don't take a photo of me right now. At $18,000. Sold then at $18,000, and that went to paddle 3,000. 102 is the Bob Boyer, and this is the blanket painting. And what? Oh, there's action going on. Okay, Parisa, you've got bids at $7,500 right now, thank you, and looking for 8,000. I have $7,500 bid now, looking for 8. At $7,500 online, I have asking 8,000. Are we through then at 75? With fair warning, online I have at 7,500. That sold then at $7,500, and that went to paddle 7022. And another work by Pauta Sela. And this is a dancing polar bear. And we'll start the bidding on this bear at 10,000. Parisa, is that a bid at 10? Yes. Thank you, ma'am. At $10,000 is bid, looking for 11,000 now. At $10,000 bid, asking 11. At $10,000 I have, asking 11. $11,000 now I have. $12,000 is with me, looking for 13 to either of you or you. I have $12,000 bid now, looking for 13. At $12,000 bid now, asking 13. Are we through at 12,000? At $12,000 bid, it's my bidder then at $12,000 with fair warning at 12,000. That's my bid then at $12,000. And the Jesse Unar. And this is a colored pencil drawing, and start me off at this at $7,000. $7,000 on the Jesse Unar. May I say $7,000 to go? I've got a bid of $7,000. Thank you. Asking 75 now. I have $7,000 bid now and looking for 75. I have 75 now and asking 8,000. 8,000 is bid now and asking 85. 85 is bid now I have. My bid is now 9,000. I'm looking for 9,500 if I may. 95 is bid now, and back to you at 10,000. I have $9,500 bid now, asking 10,000 at 95. Are we through then at $9,500 with fair warning at 95? 10,000 I have with Parisa. 11, no. At $10,000 with Parisa's bidder, then I'm holding at $10,000 and selling to you, Parisa, at 10,000. Sold then, that's $10,000, and your paddle is? 1, 3, thank you. And lot 105 is the second of the Jutai works, and start me at $3,200. $3,200 if I may at 32. At $3,200 to start me off at 32. $3,200 to go. May I say 32? No. Carrying on then to lot 106 and Nick Sikoriak. And again, a National Gallery exhibited artist. Start me off at only $1,000. $1,000 to go on this. May I say $1,000? $1,000. $1,000, kind of like this one. And lot 107 is the following lot, and a classic example by Luke Iksuktaryuk of the bone figures, and start me at $12,000 on this. $12,000 to go at 12,000. At $12,000, may I say $12,000 in this at 12,000. Next lot then is 108. And this is the Anga Hadl, and it's the standing mother and child holding the Kudluk, thank you. I was almost there. And start me at $5,000. $5,000, I have a bid of $5,000, thank you, and $5,500 now. At $5,000 bid, $5,500 I have now, and $6,000 if I may. I have $5,500 bid now and looking for $6,000. Back to you, sir. Yes, $6,000, thank you, and asking 65. I have $6,000 bid now on the aisle now, looking for 65. Are we through then at 6,000 with fair warning? That's your bid then at $6,000, and the paddle was 513. And 109 is the first of two charming early animals, and this is the hare at $800. $800 on this wee hare, at $800 on this charming little work, early work at $800. $800 to go. Carrying on then to lot 110 is the seated, $800, back open. And $850 is protected with me. Would you like $900? And it's yours. You're in at $900. To the rest of you, I assume you're out, and that's sold then at $900, paddle 509. And lot 110 is the seated dog, and start me again at $800 on it. $800 on this seated dog, if there's interest, at $800. Your bid is $800, protected with me at $850, and it's yours at $900, and looking for $950. At $900 I have, asking $950, and I'm selling then at $900. Same paddle to paddle 509. And lot 111 is a classic Norvell Morisot painting. And this is the acrylic on canvas, dated to 92 of the headdress. And we'll start the bidding at $12,000 on the Morisot. $12,000. At $12,000, if I may, $12,000. $12,000. At $12,000, I've got Andrew now in at $12,000, thank you, and looking for $13,000. I have $12,000 bid now, asking $13,000. I've got $13,000 bid now and asking $14,000. I have $13,000 with me, asking $14,000. $14,000 is bid. I have $15,000 now and asking $16,000. $16,000. I have $15,000 bid now, asking $16,000 now. At $15,000 bid now, asking $16,000, back in at $16,000. $17,000 now and asking $18,000 if I may. I have $17,000 now, asking $18,000. Nadine's now in at 18 now and asking 19. I have 18,000 with Nadine's bidder. To you, Andrew, if you'd like it, 19 is where we would be at. I'm holding at $18,000 with Nadine's bidder. I'm asking for one more second. New bidder back in at 19. Are we in at 20? 20,000. Asking 22,000 now. I have $20,000 with Nadine's bidder. Andrew's now in at $22,000, and I'm asking 24,000. I have Andrew holding at $22,000, asking 24,000. I'm calling fair warning at 22,000, looking for 24. Selling then at $22,000. Sold at $22,000, and that went to paddle 3,000. The Saul Williams, the Kingfisher from 77, and we'll start the bidding here at 1,800. 19 with Andrew, and asking 2,000. 2,000 I have at the back, and asking 22. 22 is bid. Are we in at 24? 26, may I say? 28. 3,000. I have $2,800 bid in the room, looking for three, back in at 3. 32. Are we in at 34? I have 32 in the room now. 34 is online. 36. 38. 38 is bid. 4,000. 42. I have $4,000 in the room, asking 42. I'm calling $4,000 at fair warning and selling at 4,000. You're at 4,000 to paddle 516. Lot 113 is the Robert Houle, a great artist, seems to be coming up in the market here, and we'll open the bidding here at 5,000. I've got Parisa in at $5,000 and looking for 5,500. Mark's in at 55, asking 6,000. Pat's in at 6,000, asking 65, looking for 7. Andrew's now in at 7,000 and asking 75 now. $8,000, Parisa says, and asking 85 online, and asking $9,000 back in with Parisa. 95 I have with Andrew, and asking 10,000 I have with Parisa, and ask 11,000 Andrew, and asking 12. 12 with Parisa, asking 13. I have $12,000 with Parisa's bidder, asking 13,000. Back to the phones to jump in. No, Andrew's back in at 13 now. 14, Parisa says, asking 15. I have $14,000 bid now, asking 15. And my phone order is interested at 15. I'm holding with Parisa's bidder at $14,000. I'm calling fair. No, Andrew's now in at 15. Squeezes in at $15,000. Parisa, are you in at 16? Would be next. At $15,000 I have, looking for 16. Are we through with Andrew's bidder at 15,000? Against the online bid as well, and against the phone orders, I'm calling fair warning at $15,000 and selling then at 15. Sold then at $15,000, and that went to paddle 3,000. 114 is the Jackson Beardy, and we'll start the bidding here at $4,000, if I may. $4,000 on the Jackson Beardy. Is there interest at 4,000? At $4,000 to start. 4,000, I have a bid in the room at $4,000 and asking 42. Phone orders in at 42. Are we in at 44? Asking 46. 46 is bid. I have 48 now. 5,000 to either of you. 5,000 back in, asking 55. I have $5,000 bid now, asking 55. Are we through then at 5,000? You're in at 5,000. Another online bidder is hooking up. No, yes, no. Holding then at 5,000. Your bid at 5,000 to paddle 505. And lot 115 is next, and that's a work attributed to a mudlook. And we'll start this totemic figure of bears off at $6,000. $6,000 asking on this at $6,000. 6,000. Is there any interest at 6,000? Next lot then is lot 1. Oh, I'm sorry, you're in at 6,000. I'm trying to sort of keep the momentum going. I will reopen. I'm sorry, at 6,000. I have 65 protected with me. It's yours at 7,000 if I may. $7,000 I have. I'm holding then at $7,000 with fair warning. Your bid then at 7,000 to paddle 516. Thank you so much. Lot 116 is this snarling polar bear, a wonderful early work from the 50s. And we'll start the bidding here at $2,200. $2,200 on this snarling bear at 22. You're in at 22 and asking 24. At $2,200 only, looking for 24. Are we through at the opening bid of 22? And that's your bid then at $2,200. And same paddle, 516. And 117 is, of course, the Henry bear, and it's a standing Henry bear. And start me off at 4,000. I've got Parisa now in at $4,000, and $4,200 is asking. 42 is bid now and asking 44. I have 42, 44 is bid. I have 46. My bid is now $4,800. I'm asking 5,000 to either of you. I have $4,800 bid now, looking for 5,000. Priest is now in at $5,000. 55 is bid and looking for 6,000. I have 65. Would you like 7,000? You're in at 65. 7,000. 75. 8,000. Are you in? You're in at 75. Looking for 8,000. 85. 9,000. I have $8,500 bid now, looking for 9,000. At $8,500, $9,000 back in. $9,500 is now in the room and asking asking 10,000. I have $9,500 bid now, asking $10,000. I'm calling fair warning at $9,500 with fair warning at note last minute is at 10,000, $11,000 I have, asking 12. $12 is bid. 13 is bid now and asking 14. I have $13,000 bid in the room, asking $14,000 now. I'm calling fair warning again at $13,000 and selling at $13,000. $13,000 it is to paddle 509. And 118 is another work by Henry. And this is the mother and children, and we'll start the bidding here at $4,000. $4,000 to go on this. I've got $4,000 bid now and asking 42. 42, 44, 46, 48, 5,000, 55. You're in at 5,000. Would you like 55? Would you like 55? 55 back to the phone. 6,000, 65. I've 65, I've $6,000 here. Did you want 65? This gentleman here is 6,000, 65. Danica's now in at $7,000. 75 now. Asking 8,000. 8,000 on the phone. $8,500 is in the room. 9,000 asking. 9,000. 95. 10,000. 11,000. 12,000. 13. 14. 15, 16, 17,000. Holding at $16,000 to the phones. Asking $17,000 now. At $16,000 bid, are we through then at 16? I'm selling at $16,000. That's to the phones then at $16,000, and the paddle was 2006. And a John Tic Tac. The Opposing Faces. And we'll start the bidding here. I've got bids with the advanced orders at $4,000 and asking $4,200 now. I have $4,000 bid. 42 is bid. I have $4,400 now. 46 is bid. I have $4,800 now. Asking $5,000. I have $4,800 bid now, looking for $5,000 at $4,800. $5,000. I have $55 now. Are we in at 6? $6,000 knocks my order bid out and looking for $6,500. I have $6,000 bid now, asking $65,000. Are we through then at $6,000? Selling at $6,000 with fair warning. Sold at $6,000 to paddle 509. And 120 is a work that we have attributed to Tic Tac's wife. We'll start the bidding here at, we've got multiple bids. Yes? What am I looking at? We're on lot 1. Do we have bids at $1,600? I've got, sorry, Ashley, you're in at $1,600, looking for $1,700 now. I have $1,600 bid now, asking 17. At 16 bid only, looking for 17, 18, 19, 2,000. 22, 24. I have 22 seated, asking 24. Ashley's now back in at 24, 26 asking. We're holding at 26, asking, no, we're holding at 24, asking 26. At $2,400 with Ashley's bid, asking 26. Are we through at 24 then, with fair warning? 2,400 to paddle 515. And this is the Silas Birds. And start me off at $1,800 on it. $1,800 on the birds, if there's interest at 18. At $1,800. Any interest at 1,800? Next lot then is lot 122. And it's another work by Kenojuak. And the true title of this work is Dog Sees the Spirits. So a vibrantly colored example. Again, a pretty rare piece here. And we've got bids to start us off. Andrew, you're in at $16,000. And I'm looking for $17,000 now. I have $16,000 bid, asking 17. 17 I have. Asking 18. I have $17,000 with Pat's bidder, asking 18,000. $18,000 is bid with Ingo, asking 19,000. Pat's in at $19,000 and looking for $20,000 now. 20,000 is bid with Ingo. 22 is next. $22,000 is bid with Pat and asking 24. $24,000 is bid with Ingo, asking 26,000. 26,000 is bid with Pat and looking for 28,000. I have $26,000 bid with Pat, looking for $28,000 to the rest. I'm selling then to Pat's bidder at $26,000 with fair warning at 26. Sold then, that's $26,000, and that went to paddle 2026. Lot 123 is another textile, and this is by the classic Jesse Unar. And we'll start the bidding here at $20,000. $20,000 on the Unar tapestry at $20,000. 20,000 at $20,000. Carrying on then to lot 124, and this is the Raven, and this is an argillite piece, and we've got bids. I've got bids opening up at $4,000 and asking $4,200 now. I have $4,000 with my order bid looking for $42. At $4,000 bid asking $42. Are we through at $4,000? With fair warning at $4,000 to my bidder. And that sold then to my bidder at $4,000, and my paddle was $1,004. Lot 125 is a totem attributed to Paul Jones, and we'll start the bidding here at $1,800. I've got bids with Andrew at $18, thank you, and asking $1,900 now. I have $1,800 bid now, asking $19. At $1,800 bid, asking $19. Are we through then at $18? With fair warning at $1,800, and Andrew, that went to you at $3,000. And lot 126 is next, and this is another Haida totem, and this is attributed to Isaac Chapman, and we'll start the bidding here again. Here at $1,600, I've got Andrew in at $16, and $1,700 is bid now and looking for $18. $18 is bid and asking $19. At $1,800, $19 now is in the room and asking $2,000. I have $1,900 asking $2,000 now. Are we through at $19? In the room is $1,900 against the online bidder and selling at $19. That sold then at $1,900 to paddle 509. Lot 127 and the next consecutive two lots are totems again, made of carved wood, two of which have been polychromed. And so the Salish first one, lot 127, we've got bids at $1,800, asking $1,800. $1,800 asking on this lot if there's $1,800. I've got 18 in the room now, looking for $1,900. At $1,800, are you on the phone for this? Holding at $1,800 with fair warning, 19 against you. Are you in at 2,000? Holding then at $1,900, back the back as well at $1,900 and selling at 19. That's yours then at $1,900, and that was paddle 516. And the next one, asking $1,600 on this. $1,600 asking on this if there's interest at 16. At 1,600, looks like there's an advance bid at 15 if you're interested. I've got a bid then at $1,500 at the advanced order bid, looking for 16 now. At $1,500 bid now, asking 16. I'm selling then to my advanced bid at 15 with fair warning at 15. And that's my bidder then at $1,500, and my paddle was 1005. And lot 129 is the third of the totems, and we'll start the bidding again at I've got Parisa in at $1,700, $1,800. Andrew's in at 19. Would you like $2,000 to the gentleman up front? And Parisa I saw first at 22, asking 24. I already have a bid online at 24 then. I have Andrew in at 24. 26 to you, sir, if you'd like. No. Who would like 26 then? I have 24 with Andrew now, asking 26. 26 I have with Pat. 28 I have with Andrew, and looking for 3,000. 3,000 I have with Pat now, and asking 32. Online I have with 32, and looking for 34. 34 is bid now, asking 36. I have $3,400 with Pat's bidder, asking 36. Online now is 3,600, asking 38. I have 36 then, asking 38. Are you in at 38? Nadine's now in at 38 and looking for 4,000. I have $3,800 bid now, asking $4,000. At $3,800 with Nadine's bidder, I have at 38. I'm calling fair warning then at 3,800. 38 it is, and that went to paddle 2028. And 130 is the Yeomans, Dawn and Tracy Yeomans, and this is the Haida apron. We'll start the bidding here at $4,000. $4,000. Next lot then is lot 131, and it's the octopus bag. And this has been, I've had my eye on these. It's been hanging in the hall upstairs for quite some time, and it's a beautiful example, but also it's been framed really nicely as well. It's really a wonderful fragment of history. Late 19th century, of course. And we'll start the bidding here at $2,400. I've got a bid of $2,400 and asking $2,600. Are you bidding? 26. 28. 3,000. 32. 34. 36. 38. 4,000. Yes? 42. I have $4,000 to the gentleman looking for 42 now. At $4,000 bid, are we through then at 4,000? I'm selling to the gentleman at $4,000. Yours then at 4,000, paddle 513. And this is the box, the Micmac porcupine quill box, and again, it's a wonderful mid-19th century example. And we'll start the bidding here. I've got Andrew, you've got $1,500, and looking for $1,600 now. I have 16 now and asking 17. 18 is bid. Are we in at 19 then? 19, 2,000 now, 22. I have $2,000 at the desk, 22 now, asking 24, 26. 28. 3,000. $2,800 is bid then, asking 3,000, and I'll sell online at 2,800. That sold then at 2,800, and that went to paddle 3,000. And a Lucy Tassier of her family. And start me off at $7,000. $7,000 on the Lucy Tassier. May I say 7,000? At $7,000 to open. Any interest at 7,000? At $7,000 to go. Next lot then is lot 134, and it's an Andy Mickey. And this cute resting bird. And we'll start the bidding here at $1,500. $1,500 asking now at 15. Andrew, you're bidding at $1,500. Thank you. Looking for 16 now. At $1,500 bid, asking 16. Are we through then at 15? Andrew's bid then, it is at 1,500, and that went to paddle 3,000. And a John Pangnark. And this is the figure looking up. And start me off at 800. I've got Andrew bidding at 800, $900, and I'm sorry, 850, 900, 950 now, and 1,000, and 1,100, and 12 if you're in, 13, and 14, or 14, 15 now, 16. Mark's now in at 16, asking 17. Mark's holding then at 16, asking 17 back in, 18. You're in at 18 then? 17 I have in the room, looking for 18 now. At 17 bid, now you're back in at 18, with the tiny pen being held up at 18 then. Would you like 19? I feel like we're wearing them down. Holding then at Mark's bid at $1,800. At $1,800, I'm holding at 18. I'm calling fair warning then at 1,800. Your bid then, Mark, at 1,800, and your paddle is 2019. And Lot 136 is another work by Pautasela, and Parisa's hand is in the air at, that's bids at $8,000, Parisa, thank you, and looking for $8,500. At $8,000 I have, asking $8,500. At $8,000 bid only, looking for $85,000. At $8,000 bid. Selling then, Parisa's bid then is $8,000, and your paddle is 7021. Lot 137 is the Paul Maliki, and this is a caribou grazing, and this is stone and antler, and we'll start the bidding at $10,000. I've got Parisa bidding at $10,000, and $11,000 I have now, and looking for $12,000. I have $11,000 bid, looking for $12,000 now. At $11,000 I have, asking $12,000. If we're all through then at $11,000, $12,000, asking $13,000. I have $12,000 bid, asking $13,000 now, and I'm selling then to Parisa's bidder at $12,000. $12,000 it is, and that went to paddle. And another work by Bill Reed, and this is a piece of silver, and it's quite an early work of silver. And we'll start the bidding here at $5,500. I've got Andrew in at $5,500, and I have $6,000 bid now and asking $65,000. I have $6,000 bid, asking $65,000. At $6,000, are we through then? At $6,000 with fair warning at $6,000. Hold on one sec. $6,000. Can you dump this out and then fill in? Thank you, I'm sorry. And lot 139 is the Susan Point, and another unusual piece of glass, quite a sculptural piece, and start me at $3,000. I've got Andrew bidding at $3,000 and asking $3,200. At $3,000 bid now, asking $32,000. At $3,000 with the opening bid, looking for $32,000. Are we through? Then I can sell at $3,000 with fair warning. That's your bid then, Andrew, at $3,000, and that went to paddle $3,000. And carrying on, this is lot 140, and this is the Yuxwell Upton, and this is the study of a well-known painting. And a lot of interest I saw online heading into the auction. Andrew, you've got bids at $2,800 and looking for $3,400 I have. 36 Parisa says. Andrew now says 38 and asking $4,000 I have with Parisa, and $4,200 is with Andrew. $4,400 is bid now, looking for 46. I have $4,400 with Parisa's bidder asking $46. I have $4,400 bid, asking $46. Are we out on the phones? Holding with Parisa's bid at $44. And I'm selling then at $4,400. Parisa's bid then is at $4,400. Paddle is 7033. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And lot 141, another good amount of interest on this Bodick as well. This is the new Hulk style sun mask. And it looks like, again, there's a lot of online interest. And we're starting off at $10,000, $11,000. I've got Parisa holding at $11,000. I have $11,000 online with Parisa, and I'm looking for $12,000 now. I have $11,000 bid. Andrew's now in at $12,000 and asking $13,000. I have $12,000 bid now, asking $13,000. Parisa's now in at $13,000 and asking $14,000. I have $13,000 bid, asking $14,000 now. Parisa's holding at $13,000, asking $14,000. Are we through then? Andrew's now in at $14,000. Thank you. Asking $15,000. I have $14,000 bid, asking $15,000. Parisa now has a bid of $15,000 and asking $16,000. I have $15,000 with Parisa's bid, asking $16,000 now. I'm calling fair warning at $15,000 to Parisa's bidder, and I'm selling then at $15,000. Paris's bid then is at 15,000, and your paddle is 7021. And lot 142 is the Art Thompson and New Chalneth Transformation Mask. This is quite an interesting piece. It had a good front placement in our preview, and I've got Andrew starting off at $7,000 on this and asking $75. I have $7,000 online. Parisa's now in at $7,500. $8,000 I have with Andrew, asking $85 now. I have $8,000 bid now, asking $85. New bidder now at $85. I've got online bids on 2 platforms at $8,500, looking for $9,000. At $8,500 bid, I'm calling fair warning at $85, and I'm selling at $8,500. No, I'm not. At $9,000 new bidder and asking $95. $95 I have. I have $9,500 online, asking $10,000. Andrew's now in at $10,000. I've got Andrew holding now at $11,000. I have $11,000 online. I'm calling fair warning at $11,000. And I'm selling at $11,000. And that sold then at $11,000, and that went to paddle $3,000. And the Mungo Martin is next. This is the Frog Frontlet, great early work from 1930. And we'll start the bidding at $55. I've got Parisa in at $5,500 and looking for $6,000. And I've got $6,000 now and asking $65. I have $65 now with Parisa and asking $7,000. I have $6,500 bid now, asking $7,000. At $6,500 bid now, asking $7,000. Are we through then at $65,000? With fair warning at $6,500. That sold then at $6,500, and thank you. And lot 144 is this unusual piece by Willie Seaweed, rarely seen at auction, and a good history on it, good provenance, and write-up on this. An identification, and we'll start the bidding here at $2,000. I've got Parisa at $2,000. I have $2,200 now, looking for $24. $2,400 I have now with Parisa and looking for $26. Danica's now in at $26 and asking $28 I have and looking for $3,000. $3,000 I have with Danica's bidder and asking $32 I have with Parisa and asking $34. $34 is bid with Danica and asking $36 I have with Parisa and asking $38. $38 now is bid with Danica and $4,000 I have now with Parisa's bid asking $42. $42 now is with Danica's order asking $44. I have Danica holding at $4,200, asking $44. Are we through then at $4,200 with fair warning and Danica's bid at $4,200? So that sold then at $4,200, and the paddle is 2005. And lot 145 is a good 19th century inlaid pictorial grease dish, and we'll start the bidding on this at $1,800. $1,800 on this dish, if there's interest at $18. At $1,800, if I made $1,800, with fair warning at $1,800. Lot 146 is a Barnabas, and it's a Barnabas muskox. And we'll start the bidding here. I've got bids at up to, you've got a bid of $4,000. I have an advance bid of $4,200. I'm looking for $4,400 now. I have $4,200 bid now, asking $44. At $4,200 bid, I have $4,400 now, looking for $46. I have $4,400 bid now, asking $46. Are we through then at $44? With fair warning at $4,400. That's $4,400. and another Barnabas, and the next 3 lots. It didn't hit its reserve. 147 is the next lot, following by the followed 2 lots are all works by Barnabas with their very unusual material that were being used. And lot 147, we've got opening bids of $1,100. I've got pre-sin at $1,100. Sorry? $1,200 I have? $3,000. Hold on. Okay, Parisa's just walking off with this. She's got bids at $4,000, looking for 42. 42 she has. 44 is bid. 46 is bid. 48 is bid. 5,000. 55. 6,000. I have $6,000 now. $6,500 is bid now. 7,000 is bid. 75. 8. 85. 9,000. 95. At $9,500 we have, at 95. I'm calling fair warning at $9,500. That's Parisa's bid then at $9,500 against you all. That's sold then, $9,500. 7002. And 148 is the 2 little figures. And who would like to start me off at 440 I have, looking for 460. I have, looking for 480. We're holding it for $500 now. I have, looking for 550. I have $500 with, and 550 now is with Parisa. I have $550 with Parisa's bid. $600 with Andrew. Looking for $650. I'm holding at $600. I'm calling for fair warning at $600. That's Andrew's bid then at $600. That's yours then at $600. And that went to paddle 6,000. And the next of these little lots, and we'll start this little muskox off at $400 as well. 400. I've got Andrew in at 400, looking for 425. I have $400 bid then, asking 425. Are these all? These are all from the same consignor. I feel like it's okay to go at 4. Okay. Nope. 425. Whatever. 420. 440. I have 440 then with Andrew's online bid at 440. I'm calling fair warning then at 440. Well, they were certainly lotted properly, weren't they? 440, in that the first one made the action. That went to paddle 3,000. And carrying on to lot 150, and that's the Akiakshatuk. And this is the hunter capturing a seal. And we are opening this at 7,000. $7,000 asking on this, if there's interest at 7,000. $7,000 to go. Is there interest at 7,000? With fair warning at $7,000. Lot 151 is next. And this is the Abraham Nastapoka. And this is the seated hunter with fox. Cute. And we'll open this at $1,500. $1,500 asking on this, if there's interest at 15. $1,500 on this cute little work. It's got a nice face at $1,500. Any interest at this at $1,500 to go? 15. Next lot then is lot 152, back to the works on paper, the Kenojuak, and this is Men Meeting from 1960. And start me off, I've got Andrew bidding at $1,000, thank you, and looking for $1,100 now. Pat, did he cancel? Okay. $1,000 I have with Andrew's bid, looking for $1,100. At $1,000 with Andrew's bid only, I'm holding fair warning at $1,000, and I'm selling online at $1,000. That sold then at $1,000, and that went to paddle 3,000. And carrying on, this is lot 153, and it's the Ning TV, and this is The World Will End, and when it turns to stone. And we'll start the bidding here at $1,600. $1,600 asking on this. If there's interest at $1,600. At $1,600. May I say 16? At $1,600. And next lot then is lot 154. And another work by Parr. And we'll start the bidding here at $2,000. $2,000 to start on this. If there's interest at $2,000. At $2,000. Meg's now in at $2,000. I have $2,200 now, looking for 24. I have $2,200 bid now, looking for 24. Meg's back in at $2,400. Ingo, would you like to bid 26? $2,600 I have with Ingo's bidder and asking 28. 28 is bid. Would you like 3,000, Ingo? $3,000. Yes? 32 back to you, Meg. Back to you at 34. I have 32 with Meg, 34 I have with Ingo, looking for 36. I have $3,400 with Ingo's bidder then, asking 36 to the rest, and I'm calling fair warning at $3,400 with Ingo's bid. Sold then at $3,400, and Ingo, you were on with 1028. And 155 has been withdrawn, so we're carrying on to 156. And it is the Abraham Engik. And we'll start the Keeper of the Sun and the Moon. And we'll start the bidding here at 5,000. $5,000 to go on this if there's interest at 5,000. $5,000, if I may, at $5,000 to start me off at 5,000. Next lot then is lot 157, and it's another lot by Uvalu, and this is the woman emerging from stone covering her face. And we'll start this off at $4,000, if I may. I've got Parisa in at $4,000, and Andrew in at $4,200. I'm looking for $4,400. 44 is bid. I have 46. I have $4,800. I'm looking for 5,000. 5,000 now is bid and asking 55. I have $5,000 bid now, asking 55, and I can call fair warning and sell at 5,000. That's your bid then at $5,000, and your paddle is. And lot 158 is the Haida model of a hollowback totem, an argillite piece again. And we'll start the bidding here at $3,000. I've got pre-sin at $3,000, and I have $3,200 now. I'm looking for 34. 34 is bid now. Now I'm looking for 36. 36 is bid with Pat, asking 38. I have $3,600 bid with Pat, asking 38 now. At $3,600 bid, are we through at 36? Pat's bidder it is at $3,600. That sold then at $3,600, and that went to paddle 2029. And And carrying on, we've got Tlingit. We've got two pieces. First is the canoe paddle, followed by the canoe model. So here we are on the paddle, and we'll start the bidding here at $1,800. At $1,800 on the paddle, if there's interest at 18. At $1,800 to start me off, may I say 1,800? At 18. Next lot then is the canoe. And again, start me off at $1,800 on it. $1,800 to go on the paddle if there's interest at 18. 1,800. Carrying on back into some Haida works, and this is the John Marks totem, and we'll start the bidding here at $1,000. I've got Andrew bidding at $1,000, and $1,100 I have in the room. I'm looking for 12, 13, 14. Yes? 15, 16. Are we in at 17, 18, 19, 2,000? Yes? 22, 24, 26, 28, 3,000. Holding then at $2,800 to Andrew's online bid. I'm calling fair warning then at 28. That sold then at 2,800. That went to paddle 3,000. And the next of the totems, and we'll start the bidding here again. I've got Andrew starting us off at $1,800. 19 is in the room. Are we in at 2,000? I have $1,900 now in the room, looking for 2,000 now. At $1,900 bid, are we through then at 19? Well, Botzer, it's yours at $1,900. Your paddle is 510. And lot 163 is the Rufus Moody, and this is a large work. And we'll start the bidding here at $3,200, if I may. $3,200. So interest at $3,200 on this, if there is any interest at 32. $3,200, well-known contemporary artist, Rufus Moody at $3,200. No? Next lot then is lot 164, and it is another work by John Tic Tac. A charming example with a good provenance to it, acquired and held privately directly from the artist. We'll start the bidding at $4,000. I've got a bid with Andrew at $4,000 and asking $4,200 now. 42, 44 is bid, 46, 48. I have $4,600 with Danica's bidder, asking 48. 48 is bid now, looking for 5,000. $5,000 is bid now, asking 55. 55 is bid, now asking 6,000. 6,000 is bid now, looking for 65. I have 65 now and asking 7,000. 7,000 is back in with Danica and asking 75 with Andrew and looking for 8,000. 8,000 I have with Danica's order bid and asking 85. Andrew's now in at 85 and asking 9,000. 9,000 is bid and asking 95. 95 is bid now and asking 90, looking for 10,000. 10,000 I have with Danica's bidder, and 11,000 is next. I've got Andrew now in at 11,000 and asking 12. 12 is bid with Danica and asking 13. 13 is bid with Andrew and looking for 14 now. Holding then at $13,000. I'm calling fair warning then at 13,000. Sold then online at $13,000, and that went to paddle 3,000. And 165 is the next lot, and this is the George Titanic, and it's a muskox. And we'll start the bidding here at $3,200. Ingo, does that seem right? Oh, I see. Okay. $3,200 asking. At $3,200, if there's any interest at 32, at 3,200. Well, there we are, it didn't sell. And lot 166 is another muskox, and this is by Tuna. And we're opening this off at a $500, I'm sorry. $500 asking. Mark, you're not on this? No. I've got Andrew in at 500 and 550 I have in the room, and I'm looking for 6. I have 550 bid now, looking for 600. At 550 I have asking 600. Are we through then at 550? 6 back online. 650 would be next. 650 is bid. Asking 7. At 650 bid in the room, looking for 7. Are we through then at 650? Against you, Andrew, I'm holding in the room at 650. Sold then, that's 650, and your paddle was 512. And this is the E.G. Vodluk. And the seated man sticking out his tongue. This is how I feel. And we'll open the bidding here at $1,200. $1,200 I have, that's yours at $1,200, looking for $1,300 now. I have $1,200 bid asking 13. At $1,200 bid now, asking 13. Are we through then at 1,200? That's your bid. 1,200, well bought, worth the wait. Again, paddle 513. And lot 168 is the Thomasy Kudluk, and this is the dog, team, and sled. And we'll start this at only $1,000. No, I mean $800. $800 asking on this. If there's any interest at 800. At $800 to go. 800. Andrew, you've got a bid of $800 and $850 now and looking for 900. I have $850 now looking for $900 I have and asking $950 I have now and asking $1,000. I have $950 bid now asking $1,000. At $950 looking for $1,000 with fair warning at $950. And there we are at $950. And lot 169, and that is this beautiful carved ivory of a standing woman. And we'll start her off at $1,200. In the room, I have $1,200. Meg, would you like 13? Andrew's now bidding at 13, 14, 15 to either of you, 15, 16, 17 now. I have 17. Andrew's now in it. Sorry, you had 16 or 17? Okay, 17 there. 18 now. Looking for 19 to either of you. 19, 2000, 22, 24, 26. Meg, are we in at 26 then? I'm holding then in the room at 24 with fair warning at $2,400. $2,400 to paddle 504. Lot 170 is this necklace with mixed material and the unusual matching bag with it. So a wonderful complement and historical relic, shall we say. And we'll start the bidding here at $800. Priest is bidding at $800, thank you, looking for $850 now. I have $850 in the room. Are we in at $900? I have $850 now, 9 is bid. Are we in at $950? $1,000 I have, 11, 12. I have 11 now, back to you asking 1,200 back to either online bid. No, 1,200, 13, 14. I have $1,300 straight here asking 14, 14, 15, 16. I have $1,500 bid now looking for 16, 16 yes, 17, 16 back to the gentleman asking 17. At 16 bid then at the back looking for 17, against you against, holding at 16 then, once, twice, fair warning then, sold at 1,600 and it was 516. And And the next lot is lot 171, home stretch. And this is the woman with fussing child. Look how cute it is. It's in her little hat. And we'll start the bidding here at $800. What? $800. At $800 to go on this, a little token of the sale. It's kind of cute at $800. No? Next lot then is 172, and the first of two works by Elizabeth Nuderalic, and the first one is the soapstone, and we are looking for $1,200. $1,200 on this little stone example of the kneeling woman. Andrew's got a bid of $1,200, thank you, looking for 13 now. I have $1,200 bid asking 13 with fair warning at $1,200. That's to you, Andrew, then, at $1,200, and that went to Petal 3,000. And the next is the antler and bone example, and we'll start this again at $800 on this cute little thing. $800 if there's interest at 800. Bids at $800, and $850 now, and looking for 900. 9 is yours, and asking $950. Are we through then at 900? Once, twice, fair warning then. Your lot then at $900, and the paddle was $503. And the last lot of the sale, this is lot 174, and it's a luke, a nautiluck, and a single rower, and a kayaker, and we'll start the bidding here at $500 only. $500 on this charming little work. Was there any interest then at $500? At $500, no. Well, with that, I would like to thank you for watching the auction, both live, listening over the phone, and watching us online. And we would like to thank First Arts, and please contact them if you have any questions. And thank you and good night.